welcome back to another homework video. I'm Lisa from Shady Tree Stitches, obviously, and with me again is lovely Laurie, who is becoming my regular co-host. So thank you, Laurie, for agreeing to take on that position. We like having the regular, and our special guest this week is the lovely Jamie, who is also lovely for coming on as a regular special guest. So thanks for joining us, girls, and we've got a little bit to talk to you about this week because there's a couple of new things happening. But as usual, let's start with the Daily 30. What have we got happening there, Laurie?
We have Shark Week running from July 16th through July 30th. And each of the prompts, you can stitch either 100 stitches or 1 hour or 200 stitches in 2 hours. So the first prompt is stitch on your smallest or your largest whip.
Jamie.
So my largest whip would be one of my full coverage pieces, which I don't have too many of. So probably my Disneyland piece. Ooh, that's really bright.
That's beautiful. Which happens to also be your extra credit for Crystal. So that's very handy.
Yes.
All right, for me, I'm going to go with my smallest because I'm working on, I've been doing the whole series of Lizzie Kate seasonal smalls, and I have totally finished all fall patterns in autumn, spring and winter, and I just have 2 left to do in summer. So it is my smallest whip. So I'm going to see if I can finish at least another one of them, if not both.
Nice. For me, my smallest whip, and it is Be Thankful. I'm doing this a second time for a friend, and it's fun, quick stitch. Okay. Let's go. Second prompt is stitch on a whip that has something icy or tropical in it.
So I've actually done this one already, and it was my Disneyland piece again because there are palm trees over here.
Well, you've also got icy in that mountain, don't you?
Yes, in the Matterhorn, there is ice.
Yeah, I don't know the name of your Disney mountain, but I know it's icy. Cool. Well, for me, I decided to do my stitch in time, and this picture, you can't quite see it, but that whole bottom row is snow, and there's snowed all down the bottom where it's chopped off, but you can just see a little snowman's head in the bottom right. So I'm going to do on that for the icy side of things.
Got it. And I have World Travel Bookshelf. Let me share really quick. Well, I blew it up and I kind of lost part of it. There we go. Okay. So up here, down here, sorry, there's like little snowflake looking things in the castle. And over here, Southern California is kind of tropical. So I figured, you know, one or the other.
That works.
Okay. Third prompt. I think I need to stitch on a whip with pink floss. All stitches must be in a shade of pink.
So when I do this one, I will be using Long Dog's Pandemic because that is my color.
Base, yep.
My color thing, my color project. So the stock photo.
It's too bright.
I know, and I lowered the contrast.
There you go. Sideways is good. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, mine is very colorful because all the colorful challenges we've had.
So do you just like stay in the area you're in and then just do the next color that you get asked, or yeah? So it's just totally.
I'm trying to do, because I'm still on page 1. So I'm trying to do the motifs in the color, but I'm running out of space. So I either have to go into page 2 or the next page down. Like I don't have pink right now, so it'll be starting some other part.
Okay, well, I've got the same idea. Those who've been watching me for a while will know that my Big Red Ship of Life is my color project, And I originally decided to start this because I like it, but I could see it being very multicolored. And I've got about 10 different colored flosses I've picked, and different parts are going to be different colors. So because it's the big red ship of life, I'm actually going to outline the sails in red, but I'm doing the ship in brown. And I know that I've already got, I think, a pink. I think the people might be pink. So I'm going to have to do another person, I think. And I'm going to try and stick to the same thing, like all the people be pink and the water is blue. So I'm going to try and stick to things being something in the color where possible.
Got it. I am working on, I'm going to show World Travel Bookshelf again because it is blown up. And I am working in this area here, and all these pinks are helping me get there. And I'm actually working on that prompt right now. So
I love that
Work-
one. I'm going to have to add that to my list. Who to you, Laurie?
Yep.
Enabling me. Didn't I hear Hader having a sale at the moment, or is that finished?
It was yesterday until midnight for Michelle's birthday.
Okay, well, not that one. Jet, have to wait till the next one.
yes. Okay, number 4, stitch on a whip with something in the design you can relate to the senses. So any of the 5 senses. For those of you racking the brain, that would be smell, touch, taste, sight, sound.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that for those who required that bit of help. I mean, I feel like sight could be almost anything.
Right. And to me, going to Disneyland, so I'd probably use, because since that's my extra credit for Crystal Academy, that will be probably what I do it for, because you can hear and smell and all the senses.
And taste, all the senses, yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Well, for me, I think I might go to the beach side to do my number sampler from all our yesterdays, because you can feel the sand and the water, you can hear the waves, you can smell the ocean, you can taste the ocean and the sand if you're one of those little kids, and obviously you can see things as well.
Very nice. You know, I think I was just trying to stick with World Travel Bookshelf, and I just related it. You know, when you travel, you get to see exotic things and taste exotic food, et cetera, et cetera. So
She's being
Yeah.
very monogamous this week with those prompts, and it's only 200, so really it's like a pain in the butt to finish, so that's good. Means
yeah,
we move on to other things.
yes. And the final prompt is stitch on your oldest whip.
So my oldest whip is Search the Sky by Waxing Moon. Oh, there you go.
Yep, lovely.
And that will probably be a finish today or tomorrow too.
Ooh, that's exciting. Mine's my number sampler, so I'm doubling up on that one, and I've only got a block and a half to go on that, so it's not going to be finished today or tomorrow, but not too long.
Got it. My oldest whip is Cozy Cove, and we've seen this before in weeks past, but there it is. Really old. All right, and the final prompt is the daily 30.
Cool. Are you guys doing the actual daily 30 at the moment?
Not me.
I am not.
No, I've actually decided to not do the daily 30. I used to do it very, systematically, but because of everything else going on in my stitching life, I find that it stops me from doing my bigger stitches on things I need to get done, especially on the days I'm working. So even though I do 30 minutes of stitching a day, I'm doing it on other prompts. So I just, but it's a great idea. I think for people who just want to do the minimum, 30 minutes a day is awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so that's daily 30. The next one we normally talk about is Supernatural, since we shifted things around. So I will read you the prompts from Supernatural, and as usual, see if there's any here you want to double dip across, although Laurie's only doing one piece, so it's going to be very hard. All right, we are on season 4, episode 22, Lucifer Rising. Buckle up, Buttercup. The start of the apocalypse calls for an intense episode. So let's see what we're in for. All right. Oh, stitch a project that has back stitching to make the design pop, just like every chart in the 1970s, and with double points if it's all in DMC 310.
Oh,
So you're first, Jamie.
so all day today I've been doing back stitching on my oldest whip. So that's what I would do. It's all back stitch.
I love that color.
728.
What about you, Laurie?
My girls, all their faces and their bodies are
Oh,
back
yeah.
stitched black.
You get the double points for that. I just love that one.
Yes.
So colorful. Well, you've seen this before, but from a different perspective. This is where my numbers sample come in. Unfortunately, it's one of the dark grays, like 3799 or something, but it's got back stitch in it, and it's the only piece I have at the moment in my 21 in 21 that I'm doing for the couple of months that I'm focusing on that, that has a lot of back stitch in it. All right. Oh gosh. Stitch on a project that features a family or includes water deep enough to drown in. Well, I can't use my numbers again in my rules, so I'll have to find another one.
Well, I would probably work on my Disneyland piece because the ferry boat is on water. Well, you can drown technically in a quarter-sized pool of water.
Yeah,
But-
but I think they want like a lake or a...
Yeah, no, there's a lovely little stream in there, and the Ariel's in the ocean. So
What about you, Laurie?
I will use Cozy Cove to double dip
Mhm.
that. And the ocean's in the background. So
Definitely a good choice for that one. And I will use my world's postage stamps because there is water in the New York Harbour, the Sydney Harbour, the Santorini Harbour, there's the ocean at beach, and there's a river in London. So I'm sure I could drown in any of those places, probably quite happily. So that would be nice. All right. And remember, for these ones, I forgot to say at the beginning, the idea is you do however many 100 stitches you do, and you're just building up the money for your stash. It's really cool. All right. Stitch on a project that has a pop culture reference or an inside joke.
yeah, I don't really have anything pop culture.
Would your Disneyland fit that?
I mean, it can because I used it as the fandom piece last week because there are a lot of Disney fandoms. So, I mean, I guess it could be.
Yeah, but a stretch for you. And again, you don't have to do all 12 prompts. It's just purely to give you a something to stitch for.
Mm-hmm.
for me, I would do Get Crackin' because these days the kids have a different meaning to let's get cracking. And here, it's clearly something else. So it's a pun. It's kind of a joke. So I would try to swing it that way.
Oh, worth a try. I think if you can tell the story, you'll be okay. All right, for me, I do have my Among Us design in, and that's pop culture of modern computer games. So I could work on that. I'm nearly finished with it. I need to just hurry up. All right, this one we're not going to talk about, but the usual letter one, it's the title of the piece, the first or last name of the designer or the design company that starts with any of these letters. Bail on the hollow deck. So BAILONTHEDCK. I'm sure you can find something that fits those letters. Stitch a project that includes someone in a professional uniform.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything where, I mean, I had lots of costumes, but not a professional uniform.
No. We've had this prompt a few times recently, different things, but
Because I can think of one of your whips that does.
Yes, but it's not necessarily in my 21.
Right.
Laurie?
I would do my well-traveled bookshelf if I can get it back to the proper size. The soldiers, I believe they're at Buckingham Palace.
Yep.
With the
Yep. The beef eaters, they're called.
okay, I'll just show that really quick again. They're here, but they're in uniform. Right there.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
I was gonna say I have Anzac, but I mean I think there's a soldier on there.
Yeah,
But-
look, he's in his own uniform, but it's not a professional uniform.
Yeah.
Ned Kelly made his helmet out of a piece of tin. It's not professional. Well, I would actually probably be able to do my 12 days of Christmas because my 12 drummer drumming, he's in a professional soldier uniform.
Mhm.
So I think I could get away with that one. But I feel like maybe Once Upon a Fairy Tale, you might be able to find someone with a uniform in that too. The knights. All right, stitch on a project that includes ice, eggs, or a mirror.
No.
Well, I would do the Disneyland piece still because the Matterhorn.
Well, exactly. It's a perfect double dip for ice. So I'm jumping in on Laurie. I would double dip my stitch in time for the ice for the same reason. Also has mirrors, I think.
I would try to be creative. Again, I don't know if this would be accepted, but the river here is a mirror.
Oh, yes. I would
Ooh.
say that, but we have no jurisdiction over this group.
Correct.
That is
Okay.
pretty.
Stitch on a project, that includes a crow. Thought it said a cow. I was thinking you instantly had that one.
A cow.
The cows in her harbour one. A crow.
I would probably do because I was gonna pull out a blackbird for one that they're doing a blackbird style this weekend. And I have Away We Ride.
Oh yes. I think any blackbird will do because they always
Yeah.
have a blackbird in them, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So me? Nevermore. I know it's the Raven, but Raven Crow.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be that fussy.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I get to do this one. I've mentioned it, but I haven't shared it yet. My Once Upon a Fairy Tale, because look up there. There's a black crow sitting on the turret. I'm sure that's what it is. Doesn't look like an owl.
Of course.
Yes. It's perched, yes. So there we go. Got that one too. All right, this next one. Oh, Carla would wish she was here for this one. Stitch on a project with a camping theme.
Yeah, I don't have anything with a camping theme.
Carla's
But Miss Carla has a couple that do.
Yes, a camping theme. Any ideas for you, Laurie?
No.
You could do your river.
I could.
Maybe.
Yes, it is a park. I would have to scour a bookshelf too, because there might be a backpack or something in there I could swing that.
That's true. Well, you can scour that while I share this. I could maybe really stretch it and say that these little scenes, you've got mountains and things, so maybe I could stretch it that they are places where I could go camping.
Yeah.
But I am stretching.
Yeah. Well, nothing in particular jumps out, but I would try to spin a story.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. I mean, where possible, we like to do them all. Okay, the next one. Someone's already got this covered. Stitch a piece that you expect to finish before the end of the week's hunts. Jamie? Yeah.
That would be Search the Sky.
And mine would be my Lizzie Kate.
Mine, I'm stuck in snowflake land for a little while.
And Laurie's gone to mute, so something's happening in her world.
Dog.
Oh, have you got anything you expect to finish this week?
No, that would be way too ambitious. If anything, it would be thankful, but it won't happen.
But you could stitch on it thinking that it might happen.
Yeah, correct.
And this is the end of season 4, by the way, at the end of this week, for those who are keeping up with watching it. All right, stitch a project with a light source or the 20th whip in your album. You meant to have a whip album for Supernatural, but I haven't got an album, so I would be doing a light source.
And I've got to have something that has I think Threadneedle Street has a street lamp in it, but my whip album is too big and I cannot find it.
Yes, well, we're going to work on that. You, Laurie?
I don't have 20. I have, I believe, like 17 active whips. So if I'd go at the last one, which would be thankful again.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last one I restarted, I think.
Okay, well, I have one of these and it's on my list to work on this week. I would work on my very scary Halloween mini series because if you look in the top picture, they have candle lights up the top in the arbor, candelabra. So I would stitch on that, which will double dip with the next ones we talk about. That's the long paragraph. Oh, Jamie, stitch on a project that includes feathers or has a Disney connection. We know what you're going to do. Show us. Come on.
Yeah,
Hold it
we're
up.
just going to show the full Monty here.
There it is. Look at that. That's much better. So cute.
Yeah.
That
So,
looks-
And obviously all our blackbirds would have feathers.
yes.
You got anything different happening in your life with feathers?
I do. My hey, Stormy.
Oh,
Yes.
she's so cute.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I got to find mine, but I have got something up my sleeve that you haven't seen for a while, and you've been wondering where it is, haven't you?
With bated breath.
But with bated breath, yeah. All right, do not fear. Here it is. Amazing Animal Kingdom bookshelf. There's plenty of feathers in there.
Yes.
And last one, stitch on a project that includes a non-alphabetical symbol or a gate. We had a gate earlier in the year for something.
I was going to say, I'd probably pull out Strawberry Fields by Blackbird because there is a gate down in the bottom center.
I would do, oh, you got.
Yep.
I would do As the Leaves Turn. There's a gate. Well, it's not actually a gate, but
Well, it is a gate, though. You can't say that that gate's not swung back open behind it.
Yeah.
So I would call that a gate. I would just use my fairy tale because there is archways and gateways and things in there. All right, so that's the end of Supernatural Stitches. Now, we have got quite a few things happening in other groups this week. So this is going to be a longer weekly video than usual. First one I want to tell you about is No New Starts. No New Starts has got Scrabble just finishing up. And this weekend, it's our big Christmas in July. And we're going to be doing Christmas in July. I'm not allowed to tell you a lot of information about it because we're going to be releasing it like a pop-up, but it's going to start at 5 p.m. on your Friday, whatever your time zone is on Friday, and go to 5 p.m. on Sunday. And we have got 5 different categories of events for you to participate in if you're a member of No New Starts. You can do one of them, you can do all of them. It doesn't matter, but each one is going to give you the opportunity to earn raffle entries, and there'll be some lucky dip entries as well. Everyone can participate, whether you're part of the main challenge or not. And as I said, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. You can stitch on anything you want. There is a category where you can stitch on anything you want. There is a category where you can do stitching while you watch your favorite Christmas movie. We have got counted challenges and non-counted challenges for those who don't like to count. We have got one challenge where you can actually choose to do a lot or a little. So for the bigger stitches, we have got 2 other challenges that are specifically Christmas related. And the hint that Natalie gave on the No New Starts video yesterday was you may be able to work on Christmas stockings or Christmas ornaments in particular, if they interest you, but there is a twist. So as with anything we do, there's a twist. So that's happening this weekend. So look out for that on No New Starts, but it's going to be a fun weekend. Tying in with that, it's 24 hours of cross stitch this weekend. So you can do all that together. And I know that 24 hours of cross stitch are having a Zoom room dedicated to people who want to stitch 24 hours. And the girls from Fun Day Stitches are going to be doing different raffles and prizes and activities on that. So should be lots of fun. But if you like quieter places, then you can go to your regular places to stitch quietly. All right. And then we have got also coming up this week in Semisane, the Lollipop Day. Do you guys have anything you'd do for a Lollipop Day? I don't have any lollipops at the moment. I have plenty of lollipops, but not at the moment. No, that's fine. What about wine and cheese? I'd be doing my stitching time because it's got that bottle of wine in the corner. That bottle of wine comes in so handy for so many prompts. Okay, so we've got that coming on, and we have just switched over to the next birthday sale in No New Starts, which is, I've got written down that I'm meant to be working on my Celtic Winter. So I should actually check what the rest of the one is. Have you guys been doing any of the birthday ones?
I did the Hated and Mirabilia and at the first of the month, yes.
That was pretty popular one. Yeah, so Celtic Spring by Lavender and Lace, or any winter themed project. So lots of people can enjoy that one. Okay, Dynasty of Dragons, or as Laurie likes to say, Dynasty.
I say that.
They are doing a special event that's starting this week, but it runs for the month. Can you tell us about that, Jamie?
Yeah, so we built our pub, and so now we're stitching for chips to play the games in the pub. And that runs from July 15th to August 14th. It's set up kind of like monthly challenges. Each prompt is 250 stitches to earn a chip. There are 10 different prompts, and you can use the same prompt over and over again. You just can't stack your responses. So each response has to have one thing.
Post. So I can do 250 on my stitching time, post the ending, and then start a new one for 250.
Right.
Okay.
And then those chips get to be earned and used then in the pub, and there are several games that are set up in there.
Cool.
So for prompt number 1, it was stitch 250 stitches in green thread.
Well, I will be using my color, Big Red Ship of Life, and doing some green on it.
And I actually did my Disneyland piece. I stitched in, I think it was 939 or 938 for 250 stitches.
Laurie?
I haven't attempted this one yet, but if I did, I would end up using my Stream at Direhaven, which is this one. Lots of green in there. Just big spot.
Definitely lots of green.
So number 2 is stitch on a piece connected to books.
My stitching time is the first one that jumps to my mind for that.
Yep, I did the library by country cottage or little house because it's a library.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I've been using World Travel Bookshelf all day.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay, cool.
Number 3 is stitch on a piece connected to either animal rescue or nature conservation.
Well, you know what mine is. The Amazing Animal Kingdom bookshelf.
Yep. I haven't done this prompt yet, so but I have animals on lots of things.
Yeah. I would do Stream at Darhaven because it is a park, a national park. So,
Well, conservation.
yes.
Prompt number 4 is stitch on your oldest whip, which we can all double dip from Daily
Exactly,
30.
we've already done them. Yep.
Number 5 is stitch on a piece with statues or anything related to Doctor Who.
Where's Sue when you need her?
I know, she posted her Doctor Who piece earlier or yesterday.
Statues. I am thinking, I'm just going to show you guys for your opinion. I'm just going to find it. I'm thinking my Once Upon a Fairy Tale, because I feel like should have statues somewhere. Well, yeah, do you reckon this guy up here is a statue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's it looks like a griffin.
It does look like a griffin, but I don't know if he's meant to be alive or a statue. But for the purpose of this prompt, I'm going to say he's a statue.
Yeah, but even that soldier behind could have been a statue. So
Okay, cool. Either of you got statues?
I have tombstones and such, but I don't know if I have anything that's an actual statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in World Travel Bookshelf, there's a few. There's a Tibetan statue on the top shelf, and there's the Sphinx on the third shelf. So yes.
Cool.
Prompt number 6 is stitch on a piece you consider magical.
For me, my Scary Halloween double dipping, because to me the witches are magical and they're eating their food and around the cauldron, so I think they're very magical.
I use this prompt. I use Disneyland because it is the Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
And I also used my Search the Sky because Santa's very magical.
2 good ideas there. Laura?
All Hallows Eve. She's a witch, so magical.
Yeah.
So prompt number 7 is stitch on a piece you are possessive of and would injure anyone who caused harm to it.
I think I'd injure anyone who caused harm to any of my pieces, to tell you the truth. But I would want to work on this one. So it would be my Fairy Tale Village, because it's a really big piece and I'm just starting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I used my Search the Sky for that one because it's my oldest piece right now, so I've had it the longest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very possessive of it.
Mm-hmm. I would do As the Leaves Turn because it's my first aid.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Prompt number 8 is stitch on something that is first in a series.
This was a hard one, so I decided I'm going to take the easy route, and I'm currently designing my first sampler, Australian themed sampler, and it's nearly finished its design, and I've got to start model stitching it. So I've got a few more weeks to do this prompt, so I'm going to use that one because I know it's the first in a series because I created it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I don't have any series of things that I'm working on the first one. Like I have Strawberry Fields, but that is like the 4th one in that series of Beatles stuff, and I don't have anything that's the first of the series.
Same. I'm not sure that I have any first of a series, so I would not do that.
I could have done my Lizzie Kate's too, but I don't know which one's first. And chances are the first one is probably the ones I've already finished because I've only got summer to work on. So unless summer was first.
Mhm. We do have Snow Village, but I've completed the first one and I'm on the second block. So,
Bummer.
all right. Number 9, stitch on something you can connect to Great Britain.
My postcard's got the Tower of London in it. London Bridge, I mean.
Yeah.
Mine would be Strawberry Fields because I could connect it back to the Beatles because that's what Blackbird designed them for.
And let me guess, Laurie, World Traveller
Yep.
Bookshelf. Awesome. Last one.
Stitch on something you can connect to Chicago.
All right, I'm thinking this was hard for me, but the lakes in my number sampler because it's the windy city on the Great Lakes and there's ships sailing.
See, and I don't have anything for that, which is sad since I live in Wisconsin and I've lived in Illinois, but I don't have anything.
And Laurie?
I did my Stormy, the owl in the windstorm,
Windy
and
City.
stitched it and it was accepted. So I just connected it to the Windy City.
Awesome. All right, guys, well, that's us done. So thanks for joining us and we look forward to seeing you next week. Hope that helped. Bye.